Hey there everyone, Philly Cheesesteak here inside of Watch Dogs. Today I'm doing Revoking Client Privileges. This requires you to find all 10 briefcases and then proceed to complete the final mission. This becomes available first after Act 2, Chapter 12. You'll get this little prompt here talking to you about human trafficking. Now, what you gotta do is just very simply find a buyer, listen to the message that they speak, mark the briefcase on the map. Unfortunately, I did a stupid and couldn't find it right away. And once you do, all you gotta do is then travel to said point. And if you remember the hacking mini games for the privacy invasions, by the way, my personal favorite thing in this game, it's just so much fun. Anyway, that's one of the things that you gotta do. A little hacking mini game, scan the briefcase, and then you can also scan the phone in the room to get a nice little side story about what's going on. First one was in that location. Second one is here in this little, I don't know if you want to call it a shipyard or construction yard actually. Anywho, same exact process. Just scan it and then move to the second points. Now some of these are not located very close to any of your safe houses. That makes it slightly more, how do you say, not pesky. So that's just one thing to keep in mind as you're doing this. Anywho, some of these, you got this one where it's way up here, and because I'm so far way up here, it actually makes sense to just run on my own. And some of these the puzzles are quite, I don't even call them puzzles, they're actually quite easy. As usual, scan, scan, good. Now remember, there are 10 briefcases you gotta scan, and then there's the final mission. So, that being said, now we're gonna go to this marina where this guy is not on a boat. Sort of a reference. Anyway, though, he got left behind. Poor, poor guy. Sucks to be him. Anyway, we're just gonna move on here. The nice thing is a lot of these can be accessed from your car. You don't even have to get out most of the time. So that way you can just move on to the next one right away. Isn't that nice? And next one, we're going to go up to the Botanical Gardens up north. And we are about 1/4 the way through this video. Hooray! Almost done. We're going to listen to this Russian guy speak. Actually, this girl speak to this Russian guy who has no idea what this guy's into. Which is actually kind of funny. Anyway, I love the fast travel in this game. It's actually quite quick. That is a very rare thing in a game. So anyway, break in, scan, and right above on the right hand side is the phone. Actually, you learn that the guy who's currently holding this is going to be a scapegoat. Let's hope not. Next up, we're going to go to the left hand side. This is actually a place you've been before. It's actually a little shopping mall area, if you want to call it that. This guy, don't exactly know what his deal is. Honestly, I don't. Anyway, that's like way over there by the park. And over in this little complex here is the next one. This is probably the easiest puzzle you'll ever face in the game. Same thing, briefcase, and on top is a laptop. And actually, I don't know if that's a laptop, is it? Yes, it is. It's kind of hard to see on my little mini screen here. Next one, we're going to buy this skyscraper, and this is actually one of the funnier, creepier ones. He's talking to his own daughter. And he was at a buy for basically girls. That's just creepy, man. Anyway, same thing as before. Move to the next area. Conquer the puzzle, which is of course easy. Move in. And scan the text phone, and there's a bottle of whiskey on there. I'm assuming the guy's gonna kill himself shortly after. That's not surprising. Next, we're gonna go over to Navy Pier, and we're gonna listen on to this guy. And apparently, he's like some banker guy. Moving on, in this area, I got my nice motorcycle again. It's fun riding motorcycles. Now, if you remember one of my previous videos, this is actually where you do the final mission for the weapons traffic. Same thing. This time you get an email. Read it if you want. Now we're going to go to the Mad Mile. This guy in this little garden planter thing area. Text message, same thing as usual. We're going to go over to Parker Square near the train tracks where we find one of the dead bodies for the police, one of those investigations, but it's by this movie theater instead. Anyway. Sorry, still got that cold. Anyway, we got a laptop and a computer on the briefcase. Another email. Moving on, we're going to go up to Pawnee. We're almost done here. And this guy's got a text message. Basically, he's apologizing to his girlfriend, apparently. Kind of weird. Anyway, we're going all the way down to docks to find the final briefcase. Or I'm going to assume it's the final briefcase. No, it's not the final one. I got a few more. I'm actually looking at the queue now for the video. So, anyway, we got same thing, briefcase. And we have the computer, which I believe in this case has a... Well, actually, this is the final one. Has another email. And now we get to complete the final mission. That's fun, isn't it? Now we also have the new Magnet LE. Very nice car, fun to play with. Final human trafficking mission is at this hotel. And when we do this, it is actually not a difficult mission, but it's also not easy. First of all, you're going to need a car nearby. If you fail, you're screwed. Anyway, this is one of the slightly more difficult hacking puzzles, all for this specific chapter, if you want to call it even that. Anyway, we're going to move into this room. We're going to listen to these guys do their whole spiel about they're going to move this guy. Apparently there are corrupt cops. If you remember that mission very, very well, there were corrupt cops at the warehouse, and there was a cop car even there. Now, this is where it gets slightly more difficult. I actually had to redo this twice. I actually lost my car when doing this. I recommend having either an IED or you're going to need some CTOS blackouts for a reason. We're going to take out this guy, and the way I did it, I ran him over, because that's the most fun. Fastest way to escape is we're going to the train. Jump inside, and unfortunately, since the helicopter is following me, we have to use both the CTOS blackout and we have to use the disable helicopter, which actually is a very nice feature to have. And once you do, unfortunately, the L train doesn't go exactly where you want it to go. Somehow they manage to find you still. But anyway, once you do, you complete the mission, you complete human trafficking, and the achievement will unlock for 15 gamer score. This brings you also one step closer for the They Call Him the Vigilante achievement. So there you go. Very easy achievement. The last part might be slightly difficult, but hey, use whichever method suits you best. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. If this helped you, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And as always, have a great and beautiful day, and I'll see you guys all next time.